They met like a whisper, a secret shared under a sky full of stars. He was strong, with eyes that held the promise of adventure. She was kind, her laughter like the tinkling of wind chimes on a summer day. John, a young man barely a man, found his heart stolen by the gentle beauty of Lily. Their love story unfolded under the shade of ancient oak trees and on moonlit walks along the beach. They shared dreams, hopes, and whispered promises meant to last a lifetime. Their bond, forged in the fires of first love, was pure, innocent, and unbreakable. They were two souls destined to be intertwined. John, with his heart set on serving his country, enlisted in the army. The weight of the decision hung heavy in the air, a silent acknowledgement of the sacrifice their love would endure. Lily, her heart brimming with pride and fear, vowed to stand by her soldier, her love a beacon in the uncertainty that lay ahead. The day dawned gray and heavy, mirroring the mood that had settled over John and Lily. The Greyhound bus station, a place of hellos and goodbyes, was about to witness another tearful farewell. John, his uniform crisp and new, held Lily close, her familiar scent a lifeline in the sea of uncertainty that threatened to engulf him. "I'll be back before you know it," he murmured, his voice rough with emotion, his eyes reflecting the turmoil within. "Write to me every day. I need you, Lily." Lily, tears tracing silent paths down her cheeks, clung to him, her heart threatening to break with the force of her love. "Every day," she whispered back, her voice thick with unshed tears. "Come back to me, John. Promise me." The bus's horn blared, a jarring sound that shattered the fragile bubble of their embrace. John, with one last lingering kiss, boarded the bus, his heart heavy with the weight of his promise and the ache of leaving his love behind. As the bus pulled away, Lily stood on the curb, a solitary figure waving until the vehicle disappeared into the horizon, taking a piece of her heart with it. The bus ride was a blur of unfamiliar faces and landscapes, each mile taking John further away from everything he held dear. Basic training, a crucible designed to forge soldiers from raw recruits, awaited. Gone were the comforts of home, replaced by the harsh realities of military life. Days bled into weeks, each one a grueling test of physical and mental endurance. John, driven by the thought of Lily and the promise he had made, pushed himself to his limits and beyond. The drills were relentless, the discipline unforgiving, but through it all, he clung to the memory of Lily's love, her letters a lifeline in the sea of fatigue and homesickness that threatened to drown him. The nights were the hardest. The silence of the barracks, broken only by the sound of weary breathing, amplified his loneliness. He longed for the sound of Lily's laughter, the warmth of her hand in his. He read and reread her letters, each word a precious treasure, a testament to their enduring love. Lily walked through the silent house, each room a painful reminder of John's absence. The scent of his aftershave lingered in the bathroom, a bittersweet reminder of their life together. She missed everything about him, from his goofy morning smile to the way he used to pull her close while they watched old movies on Friday nights. Days were long, filled with a dull ache of loneliness. She threw herself into her work, her job at the local library a welcome distraction from the emptiness that threatened to consume her. She found solace in the written word, losing herself in stories of love, loss, and hope. Each night she sat at her desk, pouring her heart out on paper, her letters to John a lifeline, a way to bridge the distance that separated them. Life went on, but it was a pale imitation of the life she had known with John by her side. She attended weddings alone, her heart aching for the day when it would be her walking down the aisle, John waiting for her at the altar. She celebrated birthdays, the joy tinged with sadness, his absence a constant reminder of the sacrifice they both had made in the name of love and duty. John's letters were like pieces of home, filled with longing and love. He wrote about the rigors of training, the camaraderie he found with his fellow soldiers, and his unwavering love for Lily. He shared his hopes, his dreams, and his fears, baring his soul to her through ink and paper. "My dearest Lily," he wrote, his words a little less steady than usual, betraying the depth of his emotions. "Every day is a battle, but every night I find solace in your letters. You are my strength, my reason for fighting. I carry your love with me, a talisman against the darkness. Come back to me soon, my love." Lily's letters were her lifeline to John, a way to bridge the distance that separated them. She wrote about her day, the mundane details of her life, and the people she encountered. She shared her hopes, her fears, and her unwavering belief in their love. "My darling John," she wrote, her words flowing onto the page with a mixture of longing and love. "Your letters are my sunshine, chasing away the shadows. I can't wait to hold you in my arms again, to feel your touch, to hear your voice. Until then, know that you are loved, missed, and cherished beyond measure." The weeks turned into months, the seasons changing outside their separate worlds. John excelled in his training, his determination fueled by the thought of returning to Lily a changed man, a soldier worthy of her love. Lily, her heart never far from the training camp where John spent his days, continued to live her life, her love for him a constant beacon, guiding her through the darkness. They spoke on the phone whenever they could, their conversations a mixture of laughter and tears, mundane details and heartfelt declarations of love. Their voices, though separated by miles, provided a much-needed connection, a reminder that they were not alone in their journey. Their love, tested by time and distance, only grew stronger. They learned to communicate without words, to cherish the small moments of connection, and to draw strength from the knowledge that they were fighting for a future together. They understood that love wasn't about proximity, it was about two souls connected by an invisible thread, a bond that transcended physical distance. The day John completed basic training dawned bright and clear, a symbol of hope and new beginnings. He had endured, he had triumphed, and now, he was finally going home. The long months of rigorous training, the sleepless nights, and the constant ache in his heart for Lily, it had all been worth it. The journey back to Lily felt longer than the journey away. Every mile closer to her filled him with a mixture of anticipation and dread. He longed to hold her, to kiss away the tears he knew would come, to reassure her that he was home, safe and sound, and that he wasn't going anywhere. He thought about all the things he wanted to tell her, the experiences he wanted to share, the fears he had faced, and the triumphs he had achieved. Most importantly, he wanted to tell her how much he loved her, how much stronger their love had become through the trials they had faced. The familiar silhouette of Lily standing on the porch, bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun, brought a lump to John's throat. Her hair was longer, her face a little thinner, but her eyes still held the same love, the same warmth that had captured his heart all those months ago. He didn't even bother putting his duffel bag down. He just ran, his heart pounding in his chest, his boots thudding against the pavement. Lily, her hand flying to her mouth, took a step forward, tears streaming down her face, her smile brighter than the setting sun. Their embrace was everything they had dreamed of and more. It was the culmination of months of longing, of whispered promises and tear-stained letters of a love that had weathered the storms and emerged stronger than ever. They held on to each other as if their lives depended on it, lost in a world of their own, oblivious to everything but the feel of each other's arms, the sound of each other's heartbeats. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple, John and Lily finally broke apart, their hands still intertwined, their eyes locked in a gaze that spoke volumes. There were no words to describe the depth of their emotions, the relief, the joy, the overwhelming love that flowed between them. They spent the next few hours talking, sharing stories and catching up on all that they had missed. John learned about Lily's promotion at the library, her volunteer work at the local animal shelter, and her unwavering support for the families of other deployed soldiers. Lily learned about John's experiences in basic training, the friends he had made, and the nightmares that still haunted him. As the stars twinkled above them, John took Lily's hand in his thumb gently stroking her knuckles. "I love you, Lily," he said, his voice rough with emotion. More than words can say. Lily, her eyes shining with unshed tears, leaned in and kissed him, a kiss that spoke of love, gratitude, and the promise of forever. "I love you too, John," she whispered against his lips. "Welcome home." And in that moment, surrounded by the stillness of the night, they knew that their love story was just beginning. The long road was behind them, and a lifetime of happiness awaited.